Good afternoon. Honest Ed's, with its over-the-top exterior sign, has been a city landmark for decades, but the store is closed and slated for demolition.
And a lot of folks were hoping this piece of Toronto history would be preserved, and we're learning today a portion of the sign is going to be saved. CTV's Scott Lightfoot is at Bathurst and Bloor with more. Scott.
Well, Ken and Michelle, when the store closed at the end of last year, a lot of people, including people who weren't necessarily customers, wondered what would happen with this iconic sign. This morning we learned that part of it, a portion of it, will stay within the Mirvish family. For decades, it's been a beacon stretching around the corner of Bloor and Bathurst.
This is a part of Toronto history. Yeah, this is who we are as Torontonians.
Since 1984, the Honest Ed sign has been a Toronto landmark, 23,000 light bulbs. But when the store closed, the sign went dark and its future was up in the air. This morning, word that part of the sign could soon have a new home as people continued to stop for photos.
Amazing news that I had no idea about, so that's really exciting. That's great. It's a piece of history.
David Mirvish, whose father Ed started the Mirvish Empire, says one section of the iconic sign will be saved and moved to the Victoria Street entrance of the Ed Mirvish Theatre.
But it's going to take a little work because it comes apart in 6 parts. It has to be taken to a giant shop. It has to be treated like a great old classic automobile and have some filler put in and sealed up and made right. And then it has to have a special structure built to hold it when it gets put back up. It ain't easy.
The move will have to be approved by the city, but appears to have the backing of the mayor.
In a way, it sort of looks out of place because we're used to seeing that theater, not festooned with that sign. But, I think it'll cause a lot of people who are visiting the city and so on to say, what's that? And that's good because it allows us a chance to sort of reflect on the history.
And most people we spoke with seem to agree it would be a good new home for an old sign.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's an iconic Toronto symbol, the Ed sign, the Honest Ed sign. I think it should be saved, and I think that's an appropriate place to take it.
I'm always a wee bit suspect of saving things that lack an aesthetic quality.
I think it's a good idea. It's Toronto.
There's a live shot from the CTV News chopper of the Ed Mirvish Theatre where the sign will be going. The portion of the sign that's moving 30 feet tall, 60 feet wide. So it is only a piece of the sign that's here at Bathurst and Bloor. There is no timeline for when this will be done. It will take some time to restore the sign, and we don't have an official word on cost. David Mirvish says be in the 6 figures. To do this, he also says that the developer who has purchased the property here at Bathurst and Bloor is going to chip in for 1/3 of that cost. As for what's going to happen with the rest of the sign, here the developer says they hope it could possibly be incorporated in the new development that will scheduled to go up here at Bathurst and Bloor. Reporting live, I'm Scott Lightfoot.